Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Back in New York City, visiting Brett.
New apartment.
Yep, in Brooklyn this time. And Brett had a really special beer. I'll let you talk it up since it's yours.
Well, what we have here is SAVOR Flowers, which was a collaboration beer between Dogfish Head and Sam Adams. And it was the official beer of the SAVOR Food and Beer Festival, which happened in Washington, D.C. last month. Mm-hmm. And I came about this beer thanks to the Beer Nation guys. Shout out, maybe a little, link there. I occasionally help them edit videos, and they wanted me to cut together like a 60-second, 90-second video about SAVOR because they went down. And in return, they gave me a bottle of SAVOR Flowers.
Yeah, it has this whole book on it that tells, it's like handwritten notes between Sam Calagione and Sam Cook.
Jim Cook.
Or Jim Cook.
I assume that they're probably emails that they've just transcribed into handwritten notes because, you're talking about these are two... I mean, come on, this is 2011 and these are two of the busiest guys in the craft brew community. I can't imagine they're actually writing handwritten notes back and forth from each other. But it's nice, it's quaint.
Maybe they faxed them.
They faxed the handwritten notes.
Alright, we're back after 5 minutes of trying to get the damn cork out, and I said, as soon as I poured it, I smelled ginger, and it kind of looks like a ginger ale, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess. It's maybe a tad darker than ginger ale. Not totally, it's a little, it's pretty clear, actually.
Yeah.
That's mostly just condensation from glass, but...
Slightly haze.
That is, that is a killer bouquet. Like, that just, that hit you from 3 feet away.
Yeah, it's ginger, and, it says it's made, actually, with rose water.
Yeah, I get honey.
It's like a floral shop.
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's like if a bakery and a candy shop and a florist got together and.
It doesn't even really smell like beer. It smells very sweet.
I'm really getting a lot of honey, like clover.
Yeah. Like a honey ginger ale. Ready to dive in here?
Yeah. Cheers. Very sweet.
Yeah, you get, just like what you said, honey. It's like ginger snap cookies, like Christmas cookies.
Yeah, very carbonated, more carbonated than I would have expected.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fizzy on the tongue.
Like burnt sugar,
yeah, squirt
caramelized sugar.
Yeah, like a creme brulee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. This would be. I think it's almost sweet enough that I think you might be able to do this with dessert.
Yeah, or as dessert.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting combination of honey and lots of ginger. And we forgot to mention it's 10% ABV.
It doesn't taste like it's 10%.
I'm getting a tiny bit of heat in the throat, but otherwise, it's not adding to the palate.
I fully expected this to be, on the boozy side. I really thought this was going to be something that, you'd have to sip.
It's a sip because it's so damn sweet.
Yeah, but it's deceivingly light in the taste of the alcohol.
Right.
If you didn't tell me this was 10% and you just threw this in front of me, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Throw them back, and before you know it, I'd be on the floor.
Mouthfeel is it's not quite medium. It's not quite thick. It's a fizziness, kind of like a champagne fizziness, not like a lager fizziness.
No, but it's, you know what? It's. I was gonna say that the fizziness at first was it was almost as a home brewer, sometimes beer gets over carbonated, and that's that's almost the feel that it had right off the bat. But now that it sits in the glass for a minute, it's still very carbonated. There's no head to speak of at all. The head is gone, but it's still
10% beer.
Yeah.
Tend to get a lot. This is one of those beers where it's you have to think about if you really like it or not, because it's definitely a new and interesting experience for me. I've done over 500 of these shows now, and this is nothing like the other 504 episodes before this one, but
I appreciate, you know, when I first heard about this beer and I read, you know, what they were doing.
Right.
You know, it's interesting when you read the little booklet and you, one of the things that Sam was saying was that craft brewers now have been doing a lot of interesting things with 3 out of the 4 ingredients. You know, they've been doing amazing things with malt, with hops, and with yeast.
Yeah.
Nobody's touched the water. So that was one of the first things he said to Jim Cook was let's turn this on its ear. Let's use rose water. And it's funny because since this beer has come out last month, I'm starting to see other beers that are using rose water, and I don't know if that's like a coincidence or if they took, you know, I mean, because I mean let's face it, those two are trendsetters in the especially Dogfish Head, and Dogfish Head is like they're always trying really unique things, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Yeah. This is I think on the border of, like, I really appreciate that he went for something very different here. This is, like you just said, you had 500 beers. This is unlike any other beer you've had.
Right. Just because something's different though
doesn't mean it's it's not bad. I mean,
it makes it hard to rate because I kind of want to give it at least half a point to a point for creativity and effort. But I'm also, you know, I can't shortchange my feelings. Like, if I think it's only okay, then
you know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it. I like it. I think it's good. I don't know that this is clearly not a session beer.
No.
This is like a once in a while kind of beer, especially because of the sweetness on it.
Yeah.
But I like it. I do like it.
Like what kind of letter grade? Like A-, B+, something like that.
Let's say B+.
Yeah, that'd be an 8 out of 10. I'm thinking, I'm stuck between a 7 and 8, like a B or a B+. I can honestly go either way, but I think I'd have to be totally honest, it's a 7, because as much as I enjoy the creativity and the uniqueness of it, like, it's still not something that's like wowing me, like, oh, this is absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
Maybe if we came back to it in a year or two. I guess that about wraps it up. So thanks to Brett for having me over and letting me try this beer. And
thanks to Beer Nation, again, for providing us with the beer.
Yeah. So he thanks them and I thank him. So we'll see you next time. Cheers.